was I have the big kavod, honor, that his last activity with the Jewish community was here in our synagogue. His last inter-religious activity was in Hanukkah, last Hanukkah in December. He came here. He was in your seat, drinking mate here with me in the office, and then he came because we asked him to lit the first candle of the shamash of the Hanukkah candles, and he gave us a wonderful sermon. There came a lot of from the different religions to this Hanukkah night. It was very nice, on the fifth night, I think, and it was unbelievable because 2 months later he was Pope in Italy, in Rome. It was very nice for us. And I called him in, and I called the people, our friends of the. Here in Argentina, we have a very interesting and successful dialogue with the religions, Islamic too. And I talk with our friends, and I wanted to say him that I imagine all the happiness the day that he was appointed as a pope. That I can imagine the happiness and the things that are happening in different church or different places of Catholic institutions. I don't know, but I wanted to tell you what is happening in a synagogue in a neighborhood in Buenos Aires. A synagogue, a Jewish synagogue. Just unbelievable here. People came with in ecstasies, like telling, he's our friend, he was here, and you see, and all the TVs here in the synagogue was were showing him appointing as a. It was a very nice moment for all of us.
So it seems like, I haven't seen this kind of like religious interplay in other places. In a lot of places, like, people are surprised if I go into a synagogue, or I even have a picture of a mosque in here to show the similarity between mosques and synagogues in some places. Like here, it seems like the dialogue is much more open. Like
yes, a lot.
Like I guess some people think that if you're Jewish, you have to stay away from other religions. Like you can't look there. You can't, like, almost makes you less Jewish.
Of course, that there are even Jews and non-Jews that think like this. And inside the community, 2 Jews, 3 opinions, 4 discussions, 5 synagogues. Right? There are people that doesn't like. Okay, but I think it's so important. Last 2 weeks ago, I was invited to a very nice and important dinner that was of the first night of the Ramadan. After they fasten all the day, they fasten all the month, and every night they have a special dinner. The first dinner, it was in a very important hotel. The Arabic and Islamic community here in Argentina is very important, and they invited me to eat with them, and I was there. And when I sit, they gave me my kosher. They asked for kosher in a kosher place, and everything was packaged. It was it was so. It was surprised, but I was not, because we have the only way to change this kind of thinkings and to change the world is to work, is to go to this kind of place and to talk and to live with, not only to talk, but to work and to go and to show what we are, and to know that to be with another person that is not like me is not to assimilate myself, is to integrate the world with different kind of colors. I will not I will not be less Jew or more Jew if I can meet with another person that is not like me, because there is no person like me. Not because I am very very important, because it's not a person like me, and it's not a person like you.
Right.
So it's so important to work on this kind of programs of dialogue that I think is the way to change the little world you have around. What it means.
Yeah.
I always try to explain the root of the spelling of the words, right? Root, right? Of the word Jew. Most of the Jews don't know what it means, the word Jew. In Hebrew, Yehudi. Yehudi. We are Yehudim because we come from a person on the Bible that his name was Yehuda, one of the sons of Jacob, of Yaakov. And when Yehuda, our forefather, right? Forefather, sir? Mm-hmm. When Yehuda was born, the Bible say why his parents called him Yehuda. Why Yehuda? Yehuda comes from lehodot, is to be graceful, to say thank you. It's a person that knows to say thank you. Their parents say thanks to God that they make somebody to be on the planet and to live. This is the meaning of the word Yehudi, Jew, to be a thankful person. So I think that as a Jews, our living had to be people that knows how to be thankful. The point is how to say thanks, or if only saying thank you every morning, putting tefillin is the way to say thank you. I think there are several ways to say thank you. We Jews have our own. The world of mitzvot and the world of how to be a Jew. And for example, I think that one of the most perfect ways Jews know how to say thank you, for example, if my children have something to eat every day. So the most powerful way of Jewish thinking to say thank you is that I have to give another kid something to eat. If my children have the possibility to study, so to say thank you, I can do it with tefillah and tefillin, but I have to go outside and make that some kid can study. Jew, non-Jew is not the problem. So I think that to be the person you ought to be, you have to become a thankful person. This is to be a Jew.
Yeah, I never thought about it from that perspective.
Welcome.
Thank you. That's all the questions I have.
Okay.
Because of the crisis, it seems like the two communities have really gotten close. The Argentinian and the Jewish communities. Like they became more of a one community, from what I see from
sometimes yes, sometimes
no.
But as an example, this synagogue is a merge of two synagogues in the crisis, in the middle of the crisis.
Mm.
This was one community called NCI and another one Emmanuel, and they merge. NCI Emmanuel, it's now one synagogue. To become one, when you are two, and when you are two Jews, it's a miracle, you know. And not always the love can do this, but the stress and the need.
Yeah. And
we really build a third and new congregation called NCI Emmanuel. It was a very, very nice story.
Great.
My friend,
Thank you for your time.
Bakasha.